afi mientintom ewo Ghana enkomom Ghana Premier League e wona hwe tosom yensam de na so hwe minister ne City a House of Football entiminsi akensi ba ko kra nra ana ombo mo first game week 2 ewo sena nema esieko ewo Ghana Premier League nim no Accra Sports Stadium mo the venue of attraction na okeke wani chim hwe sena Mexico so a no bia nim say House of Football first game de nka obia no wakra fie de da anka odi goals no bebri na 18 saba na so nra wo sha na Ashgold for ateka no ewo mdwumedi a wo mo egusu edinim hye no so ma say Kwame Obeng Jnr onya brace oposo atena ne mienu ewo sa case sim de ma Accra so Football Club so Ashgold Football Club Hans Kofi wono so poso atena ne ba ko ema ane wo hwe Hans Kofi akiri kwan de na esem ya yese wono and the leading goal scorer ewo Ghana Premier League nim so far ewo sana nema Asia course na coach Edward Niodum has full for training penyipa ne nkomodija after say one Ashgold about 2-2.
And right away Imanonete tried to locate Daniel Barnier, but right from there it was Ashgold with Yawano coming in with his belter of a drive. That was explosive from Yawano.
Yeah, it really was a fantastic strike and matched by a brilliant save by the goalkeeper as well. And as you saw there, his reaction was asking how they got him through the middle of the park without nobody putting in a challenge.
Mohamed Al Hassan with this lovely pass flicked on by Barnier. Crossing came from Ovuka, but Obeng Jnr unlucky, no power, and Dabu has no troubles.
So it was a good cross, but a difficult one because the flight of the ball is not that high for you to jump and generate power. So watch Obeng Jnr, he had to actually calm down a bit to reduce his height to generate the power. It's always difficult when you have to do that. You are not jumping to generate enough power. You're actually reducing your height to generate power. Difficult skill.
Ashgold, they came through with this one again with Yawano with his shot across. Again, well covered by goalkeeper Richard Atta.
Yeah, Yawano looked exciting throughout the first 45 minutes. Seemed to be the best player for Ashgold. On this occasion there, it was a good cutback, but the goalkeeper also had read it perfectly.
So this is where Ashgold lost it. Roland Amuzu gave this ball to Amos, who gave it away.
Yeah.
And Daniel Barnier did well to follow up. Some comical defending at this stage.
It was a bad pass.
And it's a gift to Obeng Jnr.
It was a bad pass by the captain. But Barnier wasn't giving up on it. He was chasing and they put Amuzu in trouble. Tried to score, but once he deflected off the Ashgold defender, Enu, and fell into the path of the striker, Obeng Jnr, was never going to miss from that range. Never.
Obeng Jnr makes no mistake. Scores the first goal for the Phobians. And that goal seemed to have settled the Phobians. He had an opportunity for a second, raced into the Ashgold area, but the final product was very poor from the goal scorer.
Absolutely, that was poor defending by Ashgold to begin with, but that was also a very poor miss there. The goalkeeper was off his line. He could have dinged the goalkeeper or perhaps set Patrick Razak through on goal to find the empty net. He missed that opportunity. That could have made it 2-0 by Hartlepool, but it's all to play for in the second 45 minutes.
That's all to play for in the 45 minutes. Back from recess, the Phobians hanged on to that lead from Kojo Obeng Jnr's opener. So it was Ashgold who were chasing for the equalizer, and once Yawano popped up here, Hans Kofi was lurking and he got that equalizer for Ashanti Gold.
Yeah, that was a lovely goal. When you take a look at the shape of the Accra Ashgold back line, all the 4 defenders were in good position, but just that one very good through ball that went through them, it was difficult for them to find the person. There you see it. So that one very good pass there is what did the trick for them. And by the time they were chasing, the man was always late. Hans Kofi always making himself available for the pass. And they took the risk from the back of the net, not without pain, but it's one that he would take.
He had to take the risk.
Yeah, he had to. He had to, Hans Kofi.
Accra Hartlepool at this stage got to probe, and Apia Makati with this power drive and a very good save from Richard Atta.
Yeah, Apia Makati, he has this in his locker. Once he lined it up, it took a little deflection there by Richard Atta, saw it all the way to make an incredible save.
Nete with a good switch to Patrick Razak. He couldn't quite find him, but here's Larry Somaila. He skips past Amuzu, and Razak, delicate cross onto the head of Obeng Jnr, and that's Hartlepool's second.
Yeah, and that was a lovely goal. It was the best we saw tonight. Larry to Patrick Razak. That skill to get past Amuzu was brilliant. And take a look at Razak. He saw his men in the box, picked his head up, saw the man, and puts in a beautiful cross. Goalkeeper can't come and claim that. And if it's Obeng Jnr. against Amwako, it's always going to be one answer. It's always going to be Obeng Jnr. And this kill by Patrick Razak was amazing. It was delightful to watch, really was. And the goal was amazing.
Obeng on the double, and it was Ashgold who kept believing and probing for the much-needed equalizer. Yao Ano skip past Nete, goes past Larry Sumaila, and Kofi Nkrumah's cross onto the head of Hans Kofi, and the Miners are back in business. 2-2.
Yeah, credit to them. They didn't give up. Ashgold, they didn't give up. They kept probing and probing and probing. And a little bit of deflection of the cross onto the head of Moa Hassan is what helped onto the head of Hans Kofi. And in that position, Hans Kofi is never going to miss from there.
So Hartsavok huffed and puffed, but could not grab all 3 points. It's 2-2.
I'm very disappointed about the result, because this game is not a game of draw. We should have killed this game in the first half, even in the second half. We created all the chances in the game, but I think lack of small concentration disturbed us.
So
But I'm very disappointed.
So you're going to blame this draw on lack of concentration?
Not only lack of, but the number of chances we created. Could have buried this game in the first half. Could have buried this game in the first half.
What did you identify between your players that is lacking going forward that you must work on?
I think our midfield coordination did not work in the first half, but you could see in the second half we start to pick up the pieces. And I think our scoring, because if you watch our pre-season, we were scoring, and today we scored 2, but I don't know why we should have considered.
And then coach Edward Niodum has a full for head coach now. Elikondo, Etritrim Kumonoche say, or disappointed, or Casas and Yapotroshan and Minimubatni Nano, and the disappointment says, I game winno, Nanka said with Midim Kunim instead of drawer, when Ashanti Good Football Club able to which media Omitin said Dimu,